Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Gaming Kimmy 330 and I am your host Kim. Hello my gamers. How are we all doing? I know it's been a while, but got the Switch 2, got home, got it all set up, got everything transferred over. So I just want to talk about some of the things, my experience with getting the Switch 2, getting it, hooked up and all of that stuff. So we're going to get into that. This is just going to be a talking video. I'm hoping within the next couple of videos, we're going to start gaming. So talking point number 1, what did I want to talk about? Okay, the pickup of the Switch 2. I told you I worked third shift. I was able to switch my days off. So I got that night off, which was fabulous. After my husband got off of work, we got ready and we went down. I was prepared to stay there until midnight. Okay, because our GameStop is in a mall. Was prepared to stay there the whole time, hours upon hours. Had my my iPad with me. I had my Switch with me. I was going to play some games. All of that stuff. Had a water bottle and everything. And we go into the store. And, this was about 5 o'clock, maybe 5:15. And he said, here to, pick up the Switch. And she's like, is there anything else you need? I said, well, yeah, I need another Switch too. She's like, all right, pre-order it here right now. I was like, what? Yep, they let us pay for it then. So we bought the one for my son, which he was happy of. I was able to get on my account and I was able to add 2 games. I wanted to buy 2 games, which I did not pre-order. So I was able to get them. They were out of the SD cards, so I couldn't get an SD card. So we paid for it, and like, okay, just come back at midnight and pick it up. I was like, what? I don't have to wait here the whole time? They're like, nope. So my husband and I went out to dinner. We had some dinner. We went home, and then about 11 o'clock, we trekked on back over to the mall. There was a big, long line. Well, what they did was those that had pre-ordered, which was both for me and my son, they made up tickets. And so we got in line for the tickets, and we were the first one. They started calling them by numbers. My son was number 9 and I was number 10. And so we picked them up and were able to get right out. So we didn't have to wait in line. So once all the pre-orders were picked up, then those that wanted to buy a Switch could get in line and buy a Switch. So we avoided all of that through pre-ordering. So that was awesome. I was really happy about that. That is an experience I won't soon forget. Because I waited in line to get the pre-order and then we were able to pick it up, get in and get out. It took them probably about a half an hour, maybe 40 minutes to get to us, being 9 and 10, but it was just, okay, here's your system, go ahead. So I was so excited, so excited. Okay, next thing was the setup of the Switch 2. Got home and I had to set mine up right away. I took my son's and I put that aside. I had to set my Switch up right away. Now, when you set the Switch up, first thing you got to do is the account. You got to get your Nintendo account in it. And then you had to, in order to go through all of this, you had to have your original Switch, which was my OLED. You had to have that plugged in to its original charger, plugged in, and you had to have the Switch 2 to its original charger plugged in, and then you could transfer stuff over. Transferring over took maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes, which was real good. But then once you got everything transferred over, all of those games had to download. So you know how long it takes games to download. Mario Kart itself, when I put the code in, was 1 hour and 15 minutes to download. And that's what it took, 1 hour and 15 minutes. It took a day and a half for me to download all of my games. Once I got all of my games downloaded, my memory for my system was chewed up. I mean, for all the games that I had, it was all chewed up. And so I went to put in the game for the Switch 2. I got the Sonic Shadows Generations. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I put it in and said there's not enough memory in the system. You have to delete some stuff. So I went in and I deleted some of my games just so I could get the one put in. Well, now, excuse me, for the second game I have, it's the Hogwarts. And so I have no memory in my system to download the game. So I need the SD card. So that's my next thing, to actually find an SD card in stock. I want a 1 terabit, not settling for anything less than a 1 terabit because these games are taking a lot of memory. So, on the hunt for a 1 terabit memory card. So, somebody somewhere will get one in and we'll buy it. So, that's what I'm waiting on. So, I can't even play my game. I suppose I could if I wanted to get rid of some of the games that I have. But I don't want to do that because I have games that I really like. I'll play for a few minutes and then get off. But anyway, I went into actually 2 or 3 points there talking about the games and stuff. Let me see. Okay, the Mario Kart World. Whoo, man. I went on with my son's best friend because he lives around the corner from us. He got a Switch too as well. And we went on and played Mario Kart World with just the 2 of us, and we had all computer. And I'll tell you what a difference from Mario Kart 8. Good Lord. The 24 in itself is just wild because they're bumping and, you know, grinding and hitting you and stuff. You know, you could go from 2nd place to 15th in a heartbeat with just everybody, you know, they're knocking you around and hitting you with shells and, you know, all that stuff. I mean, it was wild. I felt like it was rush hour. But it's something I got to get used to. When my son came over and we set up his Switch, he wanted to play. And so we played around together, just him and I, against everybody. And it was something, let me tell you. It was the same thing, bumping and grinding and everything. And then the last game, I was in 1st place, and I'm getting towards the finish line. And didn't I get hit with a blue shell? I came in 2nd. My son won, and I came in 2nd. So that's just how it goes. But that's the fun in it. Once I get everything hooked up with my TV and my Elgato and the Switch and everything, we're going to start playing. We're going to have lots of fun. I'm so looking forward to that. I'm going to have to learn how to edit my videos and stuff because I won't be shooting them with my camera with my phone anymore. We'll be doing, you know, the Elgato and stuff. So I'm trial and error on that as far as that goes. And I just wanted to say that my next video, I think I'm going to make a video on all of my games, my current stash, what I have. And then as I get more games for the 2 and the Switch, you know, we'll put them on here. But getting really excited to start playing all these games. I said I wasn't going to put my island from Animal Crossing onto the new Switch too. I didn't have a choice. I could not get it transferred over to my husband's system, so it had to go on here. Once I get my Elgato and everything set up with my computer and all, and I have to do a couple test trials to make sure that's going to record, and I know how to edit and all of that. After I go through a couple of them, I will take that island and I will delete it and I will start fresh because I wanted a fresh new island with my Switch 2. I have been playing the old one on the Switch 2, but that's not what I want to do. I want to start fresh, so I will start a new island, and like I said, it's going to be a Wednesday island. So I'm excited about that. Since the old Switch, my husband's old Switch, is the Animal Crossing Switch. It was mine, and I had given it to him. I got that back, so we're going to play it. I started an Animal Crossing island on that, and I made it a Wednesday island, so we'll just have a second island Wednesday. I could always go ahead and delete and start fresh with that one as well, but because I don't mind, I play and play and play until I get bored, and then I delete it and I start fresh. I enjoy doing that. I know a lot of people don't. A lot of people like to stick with the one island for thousands of hours. Not me. I like to go through them. So it's fun and challenging for me to do everything all over again. Sometimes I try to see how fast I can get things going on it, and sometimes I just, you know, just play it to play it and have fun, to enjoy it. But anyway, so that's what I had, talking points for today. I got through all of them. I talked about all the games and how we got the Switch and the Switch set up and all of that. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. Please hit the notification button. And you all have a great gaming day. Bye-bye.